The FBI has a message for every tech CEO in America. Your bank records don't lie. Jamshid Gomi allegedly thought he was smart. According to prosecutors, he told the FBI his equipment was going to a semiconductor company overseas. Legal. Normal. Nothing to see. Except, according to federal prosecutors, it wasn't going to any semiconductor company at all. It was allegedly going to Iran's nuclear program. And prosecutors say he moved $15 million through American bank accounts to do it. Jamshid Gomi ran a tech company here in California. Networking equipment, the kind of gear that moves data, runs systems, powers infrastructure. All perfectly legal to sell, as long as you're selling it to the right people. According to prosecutors, Gomi wasn't selling to the right people. There's a list, a very specific list of countries you cannot ship advanced American technology to under U.S. export control laws. Iran sits near the top of that list. North Korea, Syria, Cuba, you know the list. And Iran's nuclear program? That's the last place on earth anyone wants sensitive American technology ending up. So what does Gomi allegedly do? He lies. At least, that's what prosecutors claim. Every single shipment, according to the indictment, he falsified the labels. Told his shipping partners the cargo was going to a legitimate semiconductor firm in a third country. Turkey, usually. Seemed normal. Seemed boring. It was neither. The shipments allegedly kept coming. And coming. And coming. For years. We're not talking about a few boxes here. Prosecutors say we're talking 250 metric tons of advanced American networking equipment. Routers. Servers. The kind of hardware that forms the backbone of a modern economy. Or, according to the government, a modern nuclear weapons program. And here's where it gets genuinely insane. The money. According to prosecutors, he didn't hide it in cryptocurrency. He didn't stuff it in a suitcase and fly it to Dubai. He didn't do any of the things a smart criminal would do. He routed $15 million through American bank accounts. Wire transfers. Domestic deposits. Regular, normal, boring U.S. financial transactions. Prosecutors allege he was funding Iran's nuclear program with American dollars, moving through the American financial system, and apparently thought nobody would notice. Nobody would connect the dots. He was wrong. They noticed. Federal prosecutors charged Gomi with conspiracy to violate export control laws, money laundering, and sanctions fraud. The indictment, if proven in court, would establish years of coordinated deception, hundreds of shipments, thousands of allegedly falsified documents, millions in wire transfers. If convicted on all counts, he faces decades in federal prison. The forfeiture filing? The government says it wants every dollar he made, every property he bought, and every asset he allegedly touched. In other words, they're coming for everything, assuming a jury agrees with the prosecution. But here's the question that should keep every tech CEO in America up at night tonight. How many more Gomis are out there? How many other semiconductor firms are actually front companies for hostile governments? How many CEOs are running this exact play right now? Falsifying labels, moving money through U.S. banks, shipping hardware to places it absolutely is not supposed to go. Because, if the indictment is accurate, this wasn't sophisticated. This was a guy who allegedly thought putting Turkey on a shipping label would make the FBI stop looking. That's not genius-level criminal thinking. That's just regular stupid with a little bit of audacity on top.
250 metric tons. 250 metric tons. According to federal prosecutors, that's how much American technology allegedly went out the door. Gone to a country whose nuclear program the entire Western world has spent decades trying to freeze out. Not a rounding error, not a customs misunderstanding, not a clerical mistake. If the indictment holds up, hundreds of shipments, thousands of falsified documents, $15 million moved through our own banks. And the nerve, the absolute, genuine, unmitigated nerve of this guy. Prosecutors say he sat across from FBI agents and said, "Nope, totally normal, everything's legal, you have the wrong idea." For years. The arrogance, if the government is right, of looking the federal government in the face and thinking you're going to get away with funding a nuclear program through U.S. bank accounts. That is not criminal mastermind energy. That is not Heisenberg-level sophistication. That is a guy who allegedly watched one YouTube video about how to fool customs and said, "Yeah, that'll work." And the worst part? He is almost certainly not the only one doing this. export control fraud is one of those crimes nobody talks about until someone gets caught. Nobody's auditing every shipping manifest in real time. Nobody's running DNA tests on semiconductor firms to verify they actually exist. You just send the boxes, allegedly label them wrong, and hope nobody looks too closely. And for years, if the government is correct, Gomi got away with exactly that. Until he didn't. And now he's allegedly looking at decades in a federal prison, his company potentially destroyed, his assets seized, his name in every headline from here to Tehran. And somewhere right now, another CEO is staring at a shipping manifest and thinking, yeah, but what if I just didn't tell them where it was really going? History, as they say, has a tendency to rhyme.
Like and subscribe for more videos. We follow the money so you don't have to.
The Angry Otter is not a licensed customs agent or authority on international shipping. If you have been charged with funneling 250 metric tons of networking equipment to a country on the U.S. export restriction list via a shell company in Turkey, you should probably contact an actual attorney. Side effects of watching this video may include a newfound appreciation for how stupid some criminals actually are, checking your own shipping paperwork twice, and wondering how many more Gomis are out there right now, staring at a FedEx label, thinking what's the worst that could happen.